For many people, prepping is a way of life, and it can get expensive. I encourage people to be frugal with their spending, that is, to spend their money wisely and to look for bargains, and only throw down the big bucks when you just really need to. That's why I don't recommend any products on this channel, even though I've been approached to do so. So you'll never see me running over a flashlight in the grass with my truck and bragging about how it didn't break. It's also why I've done videos in the past showing thrift store prepping hauls and presented similar ideas for prepping on the cheap. Recently, the idea of prepping has become in vogue again, and that means that there are a lot of companies out there targeting that audience to make a buck. So today, I'm just giving my 2 cents about some of what I consider to be the biggest wastes of your hard-earned money when it comes to a prepping budget. You may or may not agree, but of course, you should make your own decisions about that. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and get started in no particular order. Number 1, cheap water filtration systems. Water filters are getting less expensive, but those less expensive models are often not only cheap in price, but cheap in performance and construction as well. Many of them are just not good quality. This is one of those areas where you would be a lot better off investing in a more expensive system that does the job the way it needs to be done. Will save you money in the long run. Number 2, mystery boxes. There's this new trend in marketing whereby you receive mystery subscription boxes in the mail that contain a variety of items that target a specific audience. They make these boxes for just about everything you can think of now, including prepping. The problem here is that you end up with a lot of stuff that you've paid for that you either don't need or don't want or is poor quality. It would be cheaper in the long run for you to just go out and purchase individual items for your specific needs rather than relying on a subscription box to guess what you might need or want. Number 3, pre-made survival kits and bug-out bags. Just like with the mystery boxes previously discussed, you are purchasing a kit that may not have what you need or want. Furthermore, these pre-prepared kits often have cheaply made items that will quickly wear out and break on you. And most importantly, you're buying a bag or a kit with someone else's idea of what should be in a kit, rather than what you may personally need. Remember, everyone's needs are different. You would be much better off building a kit up from scratch than relying on the kit that another person generically threw together to make a buck off of you. Number 4, fire starting equipment. Not that you shouldn't have fire starters, but honestly, how many do you need? Redundancy is a good idea, but there is a limit, and it seems to me that the average prepper has way too many fire starting tools. There's just something about fire starting tools that a lot of preppers, they've got tons of them, and you really don't need a whole lot. You don't need but a couple of good ones for your kit and maybe 1 or 2 that you carry with you. And number 5, long-term food supplies. You might be surprised to see this on the list, but many preppers spend a fortune on long-term prepared freeze-dried foods. I mean, it's great to have emergency food that will stay viable for 30 plus years, but not if it isn't going to be rotated. And in order for it to be rotated, that means that someone's got to be eating it. Are you eating it? Or is it sitting in storage, getting older by the minute? These prepared long-term meals can be an expensive investment, especially if they might never be used. You would be a lot better off building up and keeping track of a pantry filled with extra food that you keep in good rotation because you actually eat the food. And most people just don't or won't eat those long shelf life prepared meals. Their attitude is, that's for emergencies. Well, if that emergency doesn't come by the time it expires, you've wasted a lot of money. And you just knew I had one more for you, didn't you? Call it number 6 if you will. Firearms. Hey, I love my guns as much as the next guy, but let's be honest. How many do you really need? Odds are you only need as many as you can carry if you had to run for it during a bug out situation. So unless you're a collector or you have an unlimited income, which quite frankly most preppers simply don't, then you shouldn't worry yourself to death about how many guns you have. Just a handful that you're sure that you're going to use is most likely more than enough. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you have any further points pertaining to the video, please do feel free to post them in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up, easiest way to show your appreciation, and share it if you can, and subscribe if you are new, and hopefully you'll be sure to hit the bell icon so you can be alerted when new content comes out. Please do also check out some of the other videos if you get the chance. If you would like to help this channel out, there are links for that down below. Every little bit helps, and I sure do appreciate it. By the way, I can also be found on another channel called Coffee Talk. Check it out if you get the chance. There's a link for it down below as well. So that being said, as always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.